Hi, welcome back to EducateTube.com. My name's Sipsky, your host. Last time I showed you these two units, the GoLabs Lithium Iron Phosphate Power Station. This one is the R150, that's 200 watt of power, whereas this one is R300, it's 300 watt power. So these two are amazing devices. I showed you by unboxing it last time, and I also explained a bit about the usage of these two units. Now, in this video, part 2, I will be showing you how to use this unit properly, what to use it for, and what to avoid. Let's get started. Alright, so let's go through these two units. So one is the R150. This one, as I mentioned before, can allow up to 200 watt hour power. Now the AC is only 160 watt maximum. Any devices that uses 160 watt or less should be able to use it, with exception to power tools. This thing cannot handle it. Okay, and as I showed you in the last video, this one is a 300 watt power unit. It has a pure sine wave, and you can actually use electric tool with this one, or power tool. The reason for that is because it's a pure sine wave. It can handle that kind of power usage. If you had to buy these two units, I would recommend getting this instead of this. I know it's $100 more, but it's worthwhile having this. I think this is more powerful, and there's more outlets. You can see you have two AC outlet. You have, the USB-C 3.0, and then you also have this PD watt outlet as well, this 30 and 60 watt. So very good for the newer type of computers that uses 60 watt or 30 watt, okay, like tablets, for example. Now notice I already start hooking up stuff to it, and I'll explain later on what I'm doing. But as you see, this comes with a standard cigarette light socket, so you can actually put anything that requires power using the cigarette socket. In addition, with the R300, it comes with another socket that's already built in, whereas you see the 150 unit doesn't have that. So there's an advantage to that, because you can get a socket that allow you to attach more socket to it. As you can see here, I have one that has two, so now I have 1, 2, 3 car socket. The reason why you want so many sockets is because there's a lot of cheap power socket devices that you can plug in, like for example a USB-C or USB adapter. You can put in the socket. You can have like two of these, two, and then another two here. Altogether you can have 6 USB-C or USB-C input, and then of course on top of these. Okay, so that's the advantage of that. Now of course you got to make sure that it falls under 300 watts. Now this one doesn't have it. However, you can always do it this way. Plug it into, sorry, let me see. All right, it said here AC, the maximum watt that it can use is 160 watt, and say maximum, okay? So what I have here is a hair blower, and the one thing I like about this Conair hair dryer is that you can turn on the heat, or you can turn off the heat. You can set the fan low or high without the heat, and then you can set it from warm to hot. Now I'm pretty sure that I cannot turn it to hot, because this thing actually uses 1600 watt, 10 times of this. So definitely this won't be able to handle it. However, let's set it to just cool and low. Okay, so low. Let's turn it off first. Plug it in. Okay, so let's turn it on. So right now I'm going to turn just the fan on. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, the fan is on and is using 57 watt. Okay. Cool fan here. And then let's turn it on even more. It's using 120 watts. So low fan without the heat, right? is 56, 57 watt hour, and then we turn it on. It's the high fan here on high setting is using about 118 watt hour, and it has 1 hour of deck, so not bad. Ideally, I would not use this AC to power the fan. It's very inefficient. I would actually use a lithium power fan, plug it in to charge it, and then use that lithium fan to blow out the air. It's much more efficient. So do not use AC unless you have to. That's the key here. Alright, so let's try a wattage just above 160 and see what happened. Okay, so let's turn that on. So there we go. Right now it's 57 watt because it's just using a low fan without the heater. Now watch this, what happens if I turn it just even to warm. It's going to go above 160 watt, and it's going to make an error on this device. Watch this. See that? Error, see? So it won't do it. Yeah, so definitely the label is correct. 160 watt. You don't want to go exceeding that. So if you have a laptop, it should be okay, but anything that's a heater, don't use it. Okay, so to charge this device, we use the AC adapter. Now, according to the reading here, the AC adapter is about 30 watt because 15 voltage and 2 amp. It's outputting about 30 watts. So you're plugging in and it's going to charge 30 watt hour. So that would mean it takes at least 4 hours to charge this device, 4 to 5 hours using this AC adapter. You know what? That's fine. However, I would not use it to charge using the AC adapter anyway. For me, I'm gonna charge it with the solar panel. There is this USB-C connection that where you can put in up to 60 watt in to charge it, but you know what? I'm not gonna do that. That's an extra $30 to $50 to get those accessories. What I'm going to do is plug into my solar panel and should be able to charge this device as well. So if I'm at home, if I don't mind waiting 5 hours, you know, maybe I'll go to sleep, let it charge on its own, this is fine. Okay, so they provide a couple more plugs here. So here, this one is a 12 volt, 8 amp car plug. So if you have a device that can take in, let's say, this type of power, this is a direct DC, 12 volt up to maximum 8 amp. You could do that. I have a USB 2.3 USB input that connects to the car plug. I can use that. So you have 1, 2, and then maybe like 3, 4, 5 of them if you want to use solely USB type of devices. Okay, so that's great. And then it comes with another plug here. This one, you can use it to, I believe, to charge your car. So you plug that in and then you plug this into a car system. I think it said here, charge through your car. Because of this, you might be able to charge your solar panel with this as well. I'm going to try that out, see if it's actually going to charge my solar panel. Now they also provide this plug. This is the MC4 connection to the solar panel, but I looked at my solar panel, it does not have this at all. I live in Canada and I have a 100 watt system, and it seems like I do not have this connection. Maybe I can buy it, but my solar panel cannot use this. It uses actually more like this, so I might be able to use this to charge with my solar panel because I have a plug like this connecting to my solar panel, so maybe we'll be able to charge this lithium battery that way. I think that would be a better choice. We'll see. At least we do have an option for the American standard plug for charging with a solar panel, but I do not have this connection with my solar panel, but I do have connection like this with the female car plug there, like this one here, right? But with my solar panel. So we'll see if that's gonna work. I want to show you something. I'm charging my lithium iron phosphate, the GoLabs R150, with my solar panels. As you can see, here is a solar panel, okay, on my shed roof, and then as it goes down, now I still have to, you know, clean up the wiring system here, but it was just a test. And look at the amount of energy I got. 53 watt hour. That's amazing. Now I had to modify this plug here in order to connect to the solar panel directly. Notice I'm not using any inverter or anything like that. It's just direct connection to the solar panel because inside this unit contains a regulator, so it's able to handle that. And this plug here is connected directly to the solar panel. I'm getting 53 watt. Now that's much better than my AC plug and equivalent to this USB-C connection in and out here. Okay, so I'm not even gonna purchase that. I want to be able to charge using the solar panel. As you can see here, it's charging 53 watt hour. That's pretty amazing. So if that's the case, within 3 to 4 hours I should be able to get fully charged. Now we're at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock already, and the sun is a bit on the side here. It's not exactly direct, so I'm sure if we say set it to noon, between 12 to 2, I may get up to 60 watt hour, but we'll see. But here we have a full sun, but at around 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern time in June, 54 watts. Wow, 54 watts. That's amazing of charging time, and it's at 82% charging now. So yeah, it's definitely practical to have this. All right, so I want to test now the hair dryer. Okay, let's turn it off first. Make sure it's off. Okay, let's turn this off. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with low. Here you can see it's using 62 watt or 61. Okay, let's turn it high. So at low power, just the fan alone, no heat, 62 watt. Let's turn it high. That's 133 watt. Okay, so let's turn it low and then turn on the heat. Oh, it's able to handle it. Around 313 watt. Yeah, so you can put in the low fan and low heat, and it can go 316. I saw it 324 actually, so it does work. But look at it, only gives 30 minutes. Okay, only allow you 30 minutes of that. 29 now, so it does work. And I think it's because of the pure sine wave type of AC outlet here, allows you to utilize fully the watt that's coming out of these plugs here. So yeah, it's great to know that you can go all the way to 325 watt of electrical appliance. So we can do that. Now I wouldn't be able to. Let's turn off the fan, and it's now okay, 0. So you turn on the fan, there's low, and then go 3. Yeah, so it works. Not bad. Oh, let's try something. Let's try low, and then try low heat. Okay, and then let's try increase the fan to high. Let's see what happens. Oop, didn't work. Error. Yeah, so can't handle above 325. Sorry about that, but at least we know. Let's try again. Okay, so we have to reset it. Okay, let's turn on. Okay, great. So we know its capacity. Basically, you don't want to use anything that drains the battery quickly, especially like say anything that's a heater or like that. You want to focus on very high efficient devices. Imagine this thing lasts for over 10 years and connected to the solar panel directly. Amazing. I mean, this is worth the value for sure, and I'm hoping it can last for 10 years. Over the years, probably buy a bigger one, and yeah, buy maybe 10 of these if I can afford it. Bigger, and hopefully the price drops as well. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.